Hello, cherry lovers. Today's a little bit different. I want to talk to you guys about just a few things. I put out a video not too long ago about living your dreams. And living your dreams is stuff you need to take into heart, and if this is really what you're going to do to do it. But what I also want to talk to you about is when you're trying to live your dreams, or if you're trying to live your dreams like I am, building my farm, my fruit farm, and doing YouTube, there's a lot of work involved. The work involved is, for last year alone, I just wanted to show you guys. I have, this right here is paperwork. Lots of paperwork. A lot of planning. There's a lot of planning involved. I have to plan everything that I do to get ready for next year, okay? There's a lot of things that are going on next year, like we're trying to get another high tunnel. We've got those trees that are supposed to be coming, that the apple trees that were messed up, and they're sending us out some new ones, so I have to plan for that. There's just a lot of things that go on. There's a lot of things like I've got to put fencing around the apple trees to keep the deer and the animals out. There's just a lot of things that when you try to do YouTube, which you're trying to video all the time and get the right content out for your people, there's also paperwork, and that's the behind the scenes that a lot of people on YouTube or Facebook or any of these social medias don't show you. There's a lot of stuff that you have to sit down and you have to track. You have to track your money. You have to find out to make sure if your money's going to work for you next year, where your money's coming from. Just a lot of basics that you just have to make sure so you don't go overboard or over in debt. So I just wanted to stop for a few minutes just to talk to you guys. Like I said, for next year, I've got a lot of things going. I got for 2020, like I said, I told you, got the trees. I got to figure out the process for fertilizing. Also, how to make sure the snow gets removed off the high tunnels when the snow comes, if it comes. Yes, we bought a new strap last year. Will that work? If not, then what's my next goal? See, you got to plan for all this. This is the planning stages of all the stuff that you want to do. So when you see these people on YouTube and they're homesteading or they're farming or whatever they're doing, it's all a process. They don't always show you the process because it's not a real happy thing to talk about. Everybody has to do this. It's all a part of owning your own business or your homestead or whatever. And if you don't do this, then you're going to end up down the road falling behind or getting behind, or something's going to creep up on you, and then you got a lot of problems. So a lot of times the planning stages for my farm, or Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm, is that we plan in the winter time so that when spring comes, we're ready to roll. Because for the most part, I don't have a lot of things going on in the winter. What I do have, I may have to, I switch from farming to odds and ends type stuff. I'm going to say it, honey-do lists. I got cabinets downstairs for the cabin that still has to be things to be made. So this is the things that I have to get done. They're a process. Everything's a process. This is what I wanted to more or less tell you guys, that if you don't think it through, it won't succeed. And living your dream, like I was telling you, if you want to live your dream, live it. But make sure you plan it out. Plan it out. Just, write down what you're going to do. Start planning it out. Slowly implement your plans. You will succeed in your plans. But if you just kind of go off the seat of your pants, it's not going to, trust me, it's not going to work. I've been there and I've done that. So I just want you guys to see that, yes, like I said, I've already got paperwork for 2020. I've got to close out 19 because it's getting towards the end of the year. I've also, which I haven't started, which that'll be after the first of the year, is all the tax papers. All this comes by, if you're homesteading, if you're farming, if you're doing anything, YouTube, if you're going to make YouTube your business, you got paperwork, and you guys are going to have to, you're going to have to sit down and do all this. This is not the fun stuff. I'm going to tell you. I enjoy being up on the farm, even though it's hard work, outdoors, working hard. Out there doing what I love, this right here is not what I love, but it's part of it. And this is the stuff you have to realize, and you have to come to terms with it, and you have to sit down and do it. Like I said, every year is a different thing going on. Of course, Mother Nature gives you a different, it's not a different slice of the pie, but this is what has to happen. And I thought I'd sit down with you guys and talk to you guys just to let you guys know out there that this is all a process. You have to plan. You have to plan. If you don't plan, you're going to run into a lot of snags. So, like I said, we've got apple trees coming next year. Like I said, next May, we're going to try and get them all back in the ground. Hopefully, all of my trees, they all live that we planted this year. If so, we've got a benefit of 60 more trees. If not, like I said, I have to transplant. So I have to be prepared for that one way or the other. The high tunnel, like I said, the snow, I have to be prepared for that. Well, I have to make sure that there's money set aside that I have to travel to the farm and do my thing up there, make sure the snow gets, so that I save my investments. Because if I don't, and I just say, oh man, I don't have no money to get up there, we get 14, 16 inches of snow, high tunnel collapses, what happens? We got a mess. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you guys, that if you want to live your dream, live it. And that's, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that, but plan it. Plan for it. And another thing I'll say, and I'm going to really short and say this really quick. If you're going to do your dream, don't wait till you're 62. All right. Yes, I'm 62. On the other video, I said that it don't matter what age, and it's the truth. Whatever age you want to be, do live your dream. But don't wait till you're too old to start saying, oh, I'm going to live my dream. I got plenty of life left, and I'm going to keep working, doing what I'm doing and what I love, and it's going to grow Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm into a big operation. The problem is, if you start this at a younger age, say in your 20s and 30s, you guys will get a lot farther. But you got to plan it. Like I said, it's all about planning. I know that the younger generation, like I was when I was young, thought I had the monkey by the you-know-whats. And you'll find out when you get older. You wished you would have done this sooner. You wish you would have planned for it. And being your own boss, I worked 30 years for General Motors. All right. Hated every minute of it. Yes, it gives me a good pension and some good retirement money, but I hated every minute of it. Why? I was not being my own boss. I had to do what they wanted me to do on their rules and everything else. Me being Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm, the boss of this, I get to do what I want to do. I do it when I want to do it. Yes, it's supposed to be done all the time, but there are days where Larry here decides, I'm too tired, I don't feel like doing it. So, like I said, there's days that you just have to sit down and say, hey Larry, this has got to get done. You're the boss, all right? You can't do that when you're working somewhere else. So, yes, this has to continue to get done. Like I said, there's a lot of paperwork right now. I'm going to sit down and do pretty much all day long. And do I want to do it? No, but it's my job. And if I'm going to continue to grow Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm into a business that is going to be profitable and it's going to make money, and in the long run it's going to be profitable for my family down the road, this is what I plan on doing. This is my goal. I'm not going to quit my goal. No matter how bad I feel like throwing in a towel, I will not do it. So I just thought I'd stop a few minutes and just, like I said, it's a different video. It's just something that not too many people I know on YouTube or any kind of farm sits down and says, this has to be done. And a matter of fact, I didn't realize all the paperwork that I was going to have to do. I knew there was going to be paperwork, but I didn't know the paperwork, the bills, all this kind of stuff. All this factors in
to making yourself succeed.
And sometimes it just isn't fun. This part of it, the paperwork, or I'll say it this way, the secretarial stuff of it is no fun, but it has to be done. And if you don't do it, like I keep saying, you won't succeed. The paperwork will get piled up. You won't know from one day to the next. If you don't plan, where's the planning? If you don't plan for what's going on down the road, you're gonna not succeed there because stuff will creep up on you. So what I'm trying to tell you, cherry lovers, is I just wanted to stop a minute and show you guys what I'm doing. And it is a process. It's not always fun. And if you want to live your dream, like I said before, live it, but just plan. Stay planned. Planning is everything. If you plan for it, it won't walk up on you. And then your homestead or your fruit farm, your dairy farm, your goat farm, whatever farming or whatever business you're getting into, including just YouTube, you have to plan. Plan. Planning is the best options, and I've learned that over the years, but I've also learned starting Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm, this is all a process. We've been in it as a business since 2019. Yes, our sign up north says 2012. That's when we said, yep, we're gonna do this. We're gonna make a farm. Basically, we started the farm because me and Joyce both work for General Motors. We needed some kind of tax base now that the kids are gone. Well, I wanted to start a farm anyways, or a fruit farm or some kind of farm to make my
land up there work for me. Well, when I found out that this all takes place in 2016, I still say, hey, we're gung ho. Then the paperwork started. All right, it's not a lot of paperwork, but as you grow, it's going to grow. I mean, so is the paperwork. I mean, our plans are
down the road, once we start producing, and I'm saying down the road, producing apples and cherries, our plans are to open up a small processing plant where we can process our own organic apples, cherries, whatever we can, and distribute them out into the grocery stores or wherever we can, distribute them to. We also are thinking about down the road trying to figure out how to make maybe some hard cider, maybe some wine out of our cherries. We haven't decided yet. But see, this is all a planning stage. If you don't plan and say, this is what I'm gonna do when this starts coming in, will I be ready for it? See, and that's the part that I gotta sit down and think. There's a lot of thinking involved. You've got to think about what you're gonna do down the road, because say 5 years down the road, I've got apples coming out my ears, and so I got cherries coming out my ears. Now what am I gonna do with them? See, you gotta plan for them. And the same thing applies if you're not trying to make a business. If you're just trying to make a farm, you have to plan for that garden. You have to plan for those goats. You have to plan for them. You have to plan for all of it so that you know when it comes time to process anything, animals, vegetables, whatever, you got to be ready for it. Because if you're not ready for it, you're in trouble. You guys are really in trouble. So I just thought I'd take a few minutes. I know that I've talked a little bit long, but I want to try to express what I feel doing this farm. Like I told you guys, I was going to tell you the good, bad, and the ugly of the farming or starting a fruit farm. Well, this was part of it. And I just wanted to stop a minute and tell you guys that this part of it isn't the fun part. And it has to be done, and I know it. And like I said, I realize what I realize is as this paperwork right here gets bigger, so is the farm. So I know that planning and doing what I need to do, this is key. So, all right, people, I just wanted to stop by and just say this. Like I said, it's a different video. Excuse me, but we got a lot going on. The farm basically has went to sleep till spring. So we ain't got a lot of videos going on except if we get snow, we have to clear the high tunnels off. So Joyce is gonna start putting out her cooking videos, and not, basically once a week. And I'm gonna try and do odds and ends things and throw them on here. Yes, it probably will get a little bit boring at times, but this is what we got until spring, because unfortunately our farm, not like other people's farms, goes to sleep during the winter. So just thought I'd let you guys know that, and I love you guys stopping by and visiting me and visiting Joyce and I, and I hope you guys love Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm, and I hope you guys follow us. If you like this video, throw a thumbs up, hit the like and subscribe down below. We love you guys. We love listening to you guys. We would love more subscribers. I'm gonna tell it like it is. More subscribers means more money from YouTube. More money from YouTube means more things that gets to be done on the farm. So I appreciate you guys. I thank you for listening to my story, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks, guys, and have a great day. Bye now.